Hello there. Welcome to my channel. My name is Marianne, and today I'm going to share with you my very special journey of discovery. Now, if it's your first time here, then a warm welcome to you. And if you've been here before, welcome back. 2 videos ago, I shared with you my goal reset, and in there I used my traveler's notebook. So Maria B asked me if this was a cut down strategy that I used in here, and I can see why she asked the question. I think she saw the black and she thought this is a cut down strategy. So I did answer her in the comments, and I said I've done that before and that I will make this video to share about that journey. So I thought, since I'm going to go back, let me just go back all the way and recap my journey from where it all started. Now, as can be expected, it all started with Hobonichi weeks. When I first saw the Hobonichi weeks on YouTube, I was completely blown away to see how people can plan in a small little planner like this. So, of course, I had to give it my best shot, which I did. It was so good to me, but in the back of my mind and without really knowing it, I started to do the bullet journal method, and I did not mean to do it. I think what grew on me was the idea that you could sit down and plan 1 week at a time, not have any entries in further future dates, but to rather use the future log. So I used this as my future log and this as my weekly planning. And then I ran into a problem, and that is in my business, I may go through a week where I don't really make any notes on a daily basis. And then there are days when I need half a book, depending on what it is that I'm busy with, if I'm presenting something, if I'm attending something. I realized quickly that this is not going to work for me. Then I started to see all the things on YouTube, and I decided to give the Dokibook a go. We'll get back to these just now. So I follow the vegan organizer on YouTube. Oh, she seems like such a lovely person. I don't know her at all. I just follow her channel. And she then introduced me to the Dokibook. Now, the way that she introduced it made me think that I should get this and then remove this little section that holds the discs, because this is a disc and string system. So that is exactly what I did. I ordered 2. Extremely affordable. It came from somewhere in China. I ordered it from the Dokibook website. And of course, I did not use it as a planner at all. I had a different function for it. It was for accounting record keeping. So I tried it out and I saw that this really works for me. But then I also realized that the size of the actual cover is larger than a standard traveler's notebook. So this brought me from my days of the Hobonichi weeks, because I've been in the Hobonichi weeks for 2 years, 2018 and 2019. And halfway through 2019, I realized this is not going to work. Even the pages in the back is not enough to use as daily pages. So from there, I came here, and I still use this for this very same purpose of record keeping. And I love to use small compact systems because I'm away from home a lot, away from my command station and my office a lot. So I need to be able to just throw all these things in my briefcase and go, and I don't have a concern at all. I know I always have everything with me that I may need. So what I did was I took out the discs there, and I ordered enough of the paper, because in my country, I live in Cape Town in South Africa, we won't find these punches very easily. There are now a few planners in South Africa that is really into the, what is this called? How can I not know? Happy Planner, Happy Planner. And this is the Happy Planner punch that they use, but I never invested in that punch, or I never purchased a punch, because when I ordered these two systems, I also ordered enough paper. This is the dot grid that I ordered, 5mm. And then I also have the lined paper, and I also have the square grid, as you could see in here. So I decided that this could easily be a notebook. So it's actually a dual purpose. When I took this one apart, I had strings and I still had the little notebook there. And also, as I say, I have a lot of paper to go with those covers, so I can change my mind many times over what I want to use it for, because I'm always going to have paper. So now back to this one. I decided late last year that I'm going to use this one as my recipe book. This is going to be such a lovely size to have in my kitchen. And what I'm going to do is I'm only going to include handwritten recipes. I'm going to start a handwritten recipe book here of all my favorite recipes, my husband's favorite recipes. And we only have one child, and she's been, this month she was married for 15 years. I'm not a grandmother yet, so I had to put that in there. And then I decided that also my daughter is a vegan, and she adores the vegan lifestyle, and she won't have a problem, inheriting this one day. So I'm looking forward to starting my recipes here. I recently forgot how to make a specific fish dish, and I'm going to find that recipe somewhere on my phone where my friend sent it to me, because she will kick my butt if I ask for it again, and then include it in here and then start to build my recipe book. Now, what I love about this for a recipe book is the fact I can come and I can organize it. I can have chicken recipes and fish recipes and dessert recipes. You know what I'm saying. Fridge tarts together, whatever the case may be. So I'm really looking forward to doing that in here. So we went from the Hobonichi weeks to this so that I can see if I can work with strings. That was the change, to get to the strings part. Then after that, I decided that I wanted to buy a Moterm cover. And guys, I purchased this cover when everybody on YouTube was going on about those cheap covers that you buy on the internet that's not real leather. I corrected one or two people and then I gave up. This is a Moterm cover. It is 100% genuine leather. I did try to link to this cover in my, not the previous one, the one before that, but I can't find this cover on Moterm. And if anyone can find a link to this cover for me, kindly please provide in the comment section, because I have a few friends that's really interested in this one. Now, when I was in this one, I did not use Traveler's Notebook inserts. I was only using inserts in this manner. Let me just see. In this manner. And at this time, I did not see how I could plan on grid paper. I just did not see the picture yet. I did not really watch Traveler's Notebook videos and bullet journaling in this system yet. So at the time, I decided that for this cover, let's just leave it here, I'm going to get my Stalogy and cut it down. So I had a Stalogy A5 half year, and this was the full year. I tried both of them and I had them cut down. Now at the time, I did have this notebook with me, so I took this to my printers and they cut it for me exactly the same size as this insert. So this worked wonderful in here. I don't want to take out all my books now because this is my planner, but I just made sure that I could insert it there if I wanted to, and it really worked wonderful in there. So this was the first one that I tried, and then I thought, you know what, I always refer back to a while ago. So in that case, I thought, let me go and take the next one, must be a full year. Then I don't have to change my insert so often. This was almost like a mistake because it gets a bit cumbersome to write in here all the way in there. So I did not finish this one. And this was also when I tell you that I really gave it my best shot to write on this 4mm grid in the Stalogy A5. I really did. It's just not for me. I battle with the grid size, and yeah, that's why I have a spare insert. When I purchased the one, of course, I didn't just purchase one, I purchased two. They were both cut down. I just rounded these corners, but I had them both cut down. So I have a spare one here that I don't know what I'm going to be using it for, because as I say, the grid is just too small for me. But I have it here nonetheless. So Maria, I came prepared. I was going to measure in inches and in centimeters. And as I sat down, I opened up my traveler's notebook and I saw that it's the exact size of a standard insert. And that was only when I remembered that at the time I was using this system in the Dokibook and that I used this as my guide to cut my insert down. Now guys, this is where it then really all started to happen for me. I need to be able to refer back. I make important notes and I have to review annually as well. So this is my planner. I use this traveler's notebook. Then at the beginning of this year or late last year, I decided to buy these two from the Traveler's company. It says Traveler's Notebook there at the back. So Traveler's Notebook, Traveler's Company Japan, made in Thailand, both of them. So I thought, now this is my Moterm, and maybe I can use this. And as I complete inserts, I can archive them here. So I can always have my previous ones here. And as this one then overflow, I can put it in here. So I did receive these and I learned a few important lessons and tips and tricks. And then in the end, I decided that I will rather stick with this one as my actual planner. These are the inserts that are already finished this year. We can come back to that one shortly. These are the inserts that are already finished this year. And this is my archive of prior to this. Now, I did, when the year started, thought that I was going to give these actual official Travelers Company inserts a go. And I know, I know. I really thought that I will love the cream paper, but the cream paper got to me. This is what I use as my future log. And then these were my weeklies. I purchased both the undated and also the dated. And I really tried. But the cream paper did not work for me. And this is what is wonderful about the things that we try, is I can, each time that I get the itch to go back to Hobonichi weeks, I can just open up this one and I can just remind myself why this did not work for me, and will that same reason still be a challenge, or won't it be a challenge anymore? So one quickly forget what did not work for you. And the same year, I can throw these away, but I'm not going to. I keep them in here so that I can remind myself what did not work for me. Then I purchased this one on plain white paper, and immediately I was very happy. In fact, I ran out of inserts. I had to stick in a few notes here before I could get to the new one. Now, also what is so lovely for me about this system is I carry the inserts that are important to me. I am in direct sales, so I need to keep a good record of who purchased from me, what they purchased, and when they purchased. If I had stock, if I had to order, if I already invoiced them, and if I already delivered. Now, if we can just go back to here, as I will jot down the name, what they asked for, the price, the invoice number, and then I make a note. I had stock, I did invoice, I did deliver, but here I made a note, I must check if it was paid. So this system works very well for me when I do it like this. But then early this year, well, the year is still young, but during January, February, March, when we covered Atomic Habits by James Clear in my business, I learned that I need an insert specifically for my finances, because I don't go anywhere without my planner in my handbag. And now I am in a position where I can immediately log the transaction. So I removed the insert for sales, and I now, instead of having an entire insert, I now do it this way. I set up my planner for the week. I must come and do my planning just now. And then I have a page dedicated to sales for that week. I have done it for a while now in my planner, so this really works for me. I don't need to have that insert there. I can just have my page. So every week I prepare my planner for my weekly spread. I prepare this page, and then these are all dailies. Now, about these inserts that I'm using here, on Etsy I found good InkPressions. It's going to be easier on the grey. I hope you can read that. I hope you can read that. Good InkPressions, letterpress, handmade stationery. Now, I saw these, and it is lovely, lovely paper to write on. I enjoy having these inserts. They come in many colors, and they come in different paper as well. I did order this one as well. It's a very smooth and almost like buttery paper. So I thought I will purchase one of these just to get a feel for it, and I will use this insert. I will leave full details in the description below, and I will link to her Etsy shop and also what it is that I purchased. You can choose your own colors for your covers for the inserts, and I went with black and gray. Why, I don't know, but I did. And that is how I got to my traveler's notebooks. And recently I've been looking into a smaller size. Why, I don't know, but as you well know, we do these things. And I just know for now that I can't go any smaller. The passport size is too small for me, especially for my financial insert. And I'm not going to change a system that cannot handle my financial insert. So yeah, I will be sharing more about that insert at a later stage. Now, the one that I did not share anything about is this one, the brown one. And in here, I have an insert for YouTube where I make the notes for videos, and my memory keeping insert. I have these here. This trick I learned from Sylvia. Her channel is Sylvia with a Plan. I learned a lot from Sylvia's channel when it comes to traveler's notebooks. Now, if you can just see there, I've got two inserts in, and then I use these little, what you call them, that she also shared on her channel about. I will also link to these, and you can put them in there, and then it's almost like it's a folio, and things fit in nicely. So you see, I can fit in extra inserts in here if needed, And of course, now I also showed you in the process that I still have the cream inserts for the last 6 months of the year. This is the cream insert for the weekly layout and also the cream insert for this layout. These are the two different layouts that we have, the horizontal and the vertical layouts. Now, I love this layout, but it just doesn't give me enough space here. And every time when I feel the urge to go back to a Hobonichi Weeks, let me just see if I can find an open page here. Yeah. Every time I feel the urge to go back to Hobonichi Weeks, I remind myself, this is what I have now. This is what I'm going to have then. Is it really that different? Why does it have to be the weeks? Am I going to be frustrated with the size again? So why can it not be a traveler's notebook insert rather? And then I have my entire system together, which I can change at the drop of a hat. So that's it. That's me and my long story and forever digressing. Guys, I really love this system, the traveler's notebook system. It's been serving my needs very, very well. And I know we don't learn these lessons, but if it doesn't itch, don't scratch. So that's me for today. It was so lovely to backtrack a little bit and to also remind myself how far I came and to be reminded of how much I've actually learned and grown as a planner. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Wherever you are in the world, keep safe until we speak again. Bye.